This out. Recently, I worked my way through Anthropic's AI Fluency course for you, and I'm going to give you a quick summary of the main frameworks you can apply in your everyday use of AI. If you go on anthropic.com/learn, you're going to see featured courses. Click on see all courses. It's going to open all of them. There's lots of good stuff here. Cloud 101, Cloud Code 101, work, and so on. And here's the AI Fluency course. I'm already registered. I think there's a lot of good insight about how to best use AI in this course, so I highly recommend it. So I put together a quick presentation because I think the information in this course is so valuable and it's something we should all keep in mind when using AI. So most people think of AI skill as prompting. This is the first stage of AI that we were in until recently. And now Anthropic tells us that we need 4 competencies to be good at AI. So instead of saying, write a marketing plan for a product launch, we need to delegate first, describe what we want, exercise discernment when evaluating outputs, and then exercise diligence, making sure that we are not taking any risks with AI information. So the course in 30 seconds, what AI fluency means, 3 ways people use AI, the 4 competencies, which is what we're going to go over today, and 1 loop that matters. 3 ways to use AI is to do automation, let AI handle the repetitive work, augmentation, use AI to enhance your capabilities, and then agency, delegating outcomes and drive impact. What those 3 modes actually mean: automation, do this; augmentation, work on this with me, giving me superpowers; agency, go do this and come back. So that's the agents running like your employees, getting shit done. The 4 Ds that matter, and this is a loop that we go through when we work with AI. We start with delegation, we go to description, diligence, and discernment. We start with what should AI do. There are things AI shouldn't do, there are things it should. Again, the boring, repetitive things we know with consistent information that present no risks is where we should start with AI. Description, once we know what we want AI to do, how should we best tell it what to do, give it the best information to get the best results. Diligence, did I use it responsibly? And discernment, can I trust this output? This is super important. I think these 2 Ds are the most important because discernment really is about using your judgment and not assuming that AI is right, because it's not always right. And diligence is about using it responsibly, which all the tech bros don't talk about, but is key because we know there are risks when using AI. Let's start with delegation. What should AI do? What should stay with me? And where is the leverage? So why should I be using AI? For what? So define the problem, the goals, and the success criteria. Break down the work and assign with clear instructions. And then know the tools, models, and their strengths and limits when you use the AIs. You never ever take yourself out of the actual process. Your judgment, your context, and relationships and accountability will define the outcomes. Better outcomes come through intentional allocation. The AI is following your example. So for me, when I think of delegation, I want to delegate to Claude Cowork to do invoicing every month for me. So that's something that's repeatable, it's easy, there's no information that I'm risking. I'm definitely going to automate that. I'm going to automate financial reporting. I'm going to automate financial analysis. I'm going to automate content creation, content analysis. So these are repeatable tasks that I always know what I want to get from. Bad AI use is often a work of allocation problem. We're not giving AI the right work. We're expecting it to do things that is not fit to do. Description. Once you know what you want AI to do, like automate my invoicing, so now we need to prompt in the right way. So what is the end goal, the product that you want made? What's the process? How do you approach the task, especially if there's automation to this? And then performance. How should it behave while doing the process? Is there a check? Do I need to authorize something? Do I want to review results? So all of that needs to go there. In terms of prompting, so give it context, examples, constraints. These are all classic prompting techniques, nothing new here. Really exercise best practices for prompting, give it steps. Think through the problem first together and then give it a role and a tone so it knows what kind of employee it needs to be for you. Discernment. Discernment is, I think, the key in making any kind of decisions. This goes for all of our life decisions. Discernment is using our judgment and doing our homework to make sure that we are making decisions on the right information. So description asks well, discernment judges well. Of course, you're going to get a result from whatever AI you're using, but you still need to think and understand if it's the right result for what you're looking for. I have caught and pushed back on AI with mistakes all the time. It hallucinates, it contradicts itself. You need to still discern and do your homework and make sure that if somebody asks you, How did you get here? You know. So AI often fails with confidence. AI is a smooth operator, It sounds so good, it looks great, but it doesn't mean it's right. It means confidence is not the same as competence. And we don't need to make sure that our competence is not lost because we're using AI. The best concept in this course is a description to discernment loop. The way we work with AI is a loop. We go from describe to inspect to tighten and then repeat. So I rarely settle for the first response I get from AI. I usually iterate and we build and build and build. And I come back even the next day on the same project and I come up with something new and we iterate again. You only get better as you keep building on the results. This is how real AI work actually happens. Like day to day, if you're using AI, this is how it works. And then diligence is something that you'll never hear a tech bro bring up in one of his videos, but diligence is really important because we know that if we're using AI results in ways where we can put ourselves and our business at risk as small business owners, we don't want to take a chance to have any kind of repercussions negatively from using AI. If what AI gave me is wrong tomorrow, can I explain what AI did and what I checked? Do I have an accountability process to make sure that I'm not putting my reputation at risk by using AI? Make sure there's ethics and responsibility layer without sounding preachy. Like my AI Claude knows that when we are building out offers, websites, anything, I don't lie. I don't make shit up. That's not my image. I want to be bold and direct. And so it needs to reflect my personality and my approach to building my business. This is not sexy, but it's the most important, again, because it opens you up to risks which are not worth it if you are actually using AI in your business day to day. So what Anthropic really is focusing on and is getting right here that you're not going to find on the regular, LinkedIn posts and YouTube videos is that we're all about judgment over hacks. This is not a quick answer to an important problem. That's not what AI here is to do. It's not just to give you shortcuts. It's here to actually help you build in a way that is discerning and diligent. You should start using AI as a partner, not a replacement. So you're always, as a human being, part of the process and your judgment is key. And you're never going to exit this process. Ideally, especially if you're running a business, this is so much more mature than most beginner AI content that focuses on viral hooks, dopamine hits, but this is where the real AI work happens when we get deep and we understand how we need to use AI better to get best results. So to upgrade your AI skills, you should use the description to discernment loop. You start by prompting, review the output, tighten and refine the brief, and then repeat as many times as necessary to get better results. That's the loop. You should not automate too early. Instead, work through a process with AI first, turn it into a standard operating procedure, and perform dry runs before offloading the work entirely. This course will position AI as a partner rather than a replacement. Human expertise still matters because of the necessity of discernment. Like, follow, and comment if you want more content like this. I would love to hear your opinions on how you use discernment and diligence with AI day to day.